All right, ladies and gentlemen, glad everyone can join us. Welcome to another edition of the Liberty Stream. Glad everyone can join me so far. What are we doing? We're doing a cooking stream, cooking with Liberty Fires, and today cooking some grilled pork chops with chimichurri. Showed a photo. Boop, there it is. Go from there. This is going to be interesting. I think this meal by itself would be really good if I had like an actual grill or grill top. I don't have one, unfortunately, so we're going to be using a lot of the oven, which is fine. It's fine. Cooking for myself, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting reading the recipe and seeing what exactly we need to do in order to change it up in order to make sure that we get a good product. So, yeah, so we're going to dive right into it. First thing we do is we make sure we have all the ingredients we need. If I don't have all the ingredients I need, I got some more Green Chef boxes, so I can actually go check it out later. Open my bag. Alright, so here's the first change we're going to make. This is an avocado. I'm allergic to avocados, so this avocado is not going to be part of the stream. Sorry. If you like avocados, you would cut this in half and you would grill it, and it'd be really, really good once you skin it. I'm sure you guys would like it and it'd be tasty, but we're going to not use that at all today. Boneless pork chops is the first thing on the list. Ta-da! Boneless pork chops in the bag. Box. Yeah. We keep the bag next to me at all times. That way I can use it as kind of a little trash bag. So that avocado's run in there. Keto-friendly chimichurri sauce. So this is interesting because the chimichurri sauces that I used to make in the restaurant were mostly just olive oil, parsley. I'm probably forgetting something. Yeah, but to me, those were always kind of keto friendly. So I'm wondering what this has different in it than what I used to make back at the restaurant. So anyway, chimichurri sauce, keto friendly, good. Cumin, boop. Green bell pepper. Avocado, goodbye, goodbye. Don't need you. Radishes. Red cabbage. And pepitas, which are just pumpkin seeds with a slightly fancier title. What is this? Oh, and this is vinegar, apple cider vinegar. So, all right. So we have all the ingredients we need. So now let's get into it. So, oven's already preheated to 400 degrees, so because we're gonna roast the pork chops and everything today. The first thing I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do it slightly off stream. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to get the apple cider vinegar. That's going to go in here. And then we're going to add some water to it. And that's going to need to go to a boil because we're going to pickle the cabbage and the radishes. So I'm going to start getting that on a boil. And then some water. Yeah, I'm going to add water to this, put it on the tray. You guys don't need to see me boil water, I guess. This is Liberty not being ready for anything. So that's getting ready to boil. And since it's getting ready to boil, we need to make sure we have the radishes ready to go right in. Got 2 radishes. Go get my knife. I don't remember if I sharpened my knife. So we'll do that as well. For those who haven't seen it, I just use a ceramic roller in order to sharpen my knives. I don't use a sharpening stick or a whetstone. Yeah. You can find these little kind of ceramic wheels pretty easily on Amazon. One wheel is a coarse one, and then the other one is a finer one. You just use that a couple times. Not that hard. Has a little knife guard for you to be safe. And then you should be good to go. All right. So we're going to cut these into half moons. Trim the edges off. Cut in half. And it wants me to cut them into 4" quarter half moons. I'm going to cut them a little bit thinner than that. And then this next one I cut for you guys, I'll put closer to center. Alright, and this guy. Yeah, so these are probably more thinly sliced than they are 1/4 inch. Maybe 1/4 inch. What am I measuring? Yeah. They're more like 1/8, which is fine. If you want a little bit more of a crunch, keep them at 1/4. You can even do them at 1/5 if you're really, really bold. Again, we're going to cut the ends off of my radish. Cut it in half. And then slice it in little half moons. Different ways to cut vegetables depending on, one, what kind of knife you have, and two, just based on personal preference. I'm more comfortable with like a seesaw motion. I keep my blade as close to the cutting board as I can, and I just rock back and forth. And my European chef's knife kind of allows it, because you can see that it kind of keeps the same rotation along the way, even at the point. If you have more of a fatter blade, I would say, more like an actual vegetable chopping knife or a santoku cutting knife, then that would be more of an up and down. Which, obviously, I am not as comfortable with. But that's how that would work. And either way's fine. It's really about what are you comfortable with, what are you comfortable with, what kind of knife do you have, and what do you really want to do. Now, that being said, if you are going to do the up-down one, be careful not to put your fingers underneath the blade. Because if you just keep going up and down, you're going to, your risk of cutting one of your fingers off is higher. And again, for me and my seesaw rotation, that's kind of why the danger is still there, but it's a little bit less. There's less of a air gap to get you to put one of your fingers in there. So, once the apple cider vinegar and the water really starts to boil, that's going to be when I put in the radishes and the red cabbage. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for that to boil. While I'm waiting for that to boil, we're going to take care of everything else. All right. So what we're going to do, a little bit of spoiler later, so we're going to put these bell peppers in an oven, take them out, and then chop them. So the only thing I need to do here is just kind of slice them into, I guess slices, right? And these actually can be pretty thick, because again, we're not looking for a final product yet. And we just want them to have a nice little roast when we put them in the oven. So, going over here. What up, Anthony? How are you doing? Thank you for the lurk. I need to put a camera or an iPad here so I can see what's going on in my chat. I figured out that'll be the next addition to the Liberty stream. All right. So we got my green peppers. They're a nice little 1 inch. A little bit less than 1 inch, but still kind of the right idea. And avocado. We're not doing anything with the avocado. So anything left are my pepitas, and we're going to chop those up. And this is just going to be that rocking back and forth motion we have, that seesaw. Not really seesaw, because I use a seesaw to describe how I chop. You could also use a food processor to chop these if you want. I think that'd be a little bit of a waste, because my food processor is complicated. There's probably little baby food processors out there you can find on Amazon. Alright, and that is properly chopped. Check on my water. That is still heating up. Now, you guys see that? Nope. Now what we're going to do is we're going to season pork chop. I'm not so much worried about cross-content. Well, maybe I should be, because I'm going to chop these bell peppers later, right? Yeah. So let me get my other knife. Cross-contamination is where you take bacteria or raw juices or even allergies from one part of your kitchen to another. And the most common two areas you see cross-contamination in a commercial kitchen are knives and cutting boards. Because, again, if you're a chef and you're running around, you have your knife, you sit there and you're cutting into maybe raw chicken, right? And then as soon as you're done dicing up your raw chicken, you go in and start dicing up some vegetables. So now you have all of this chicken juice, essentially, which could breed salmonella. And instead of, because of the way you cook chicken up to 165 degrees. That's a good way to kill a lot of the bacteria that can breed into salmonella. Those vegetables, however, maybe it's raw carrots, right? You're not going to be cooking that up to 165 degrees. So with that in mind, you're creating a cross-contamination. There's a possibility of that happening. So that's an example. Not to make everyone afraid, but that's why it's important at home whenever you're using cutting boards and you're putting something raw, like a meat product, on your cutting board. You're changing out the cutting board or even flipping it over upside down to prevent any of that kind of cross-contamination. Same with knives. You have hopefully a knife block at home. If you're using a knife for one thing, make sure you keep using it for that one thing. If it's vegetables, it's vegetables. If it's pork or chicken, it's pork or chicken. Anyway. So boneless pork chops. We're going to add some olive oil to it. Trip, fall, we're good. We're good. We're good. Olive oil. Alright. We're going to add the cumin. About half on this side. Rub that in. A little bit more over here, I think. Salt. And black pepper. Just give that a little rub. Flip it over. Do it again. Ah. That's good. A little more cumin. Salt. And a little pepper. Cool. So that's my seasoned pork chops. And they want me... And they want me to season the bell peppers as well. So we're going to need a bowl. Go ahead and just get one of my bigger ones. Probably the next addition to the Liberty Stream, as well as like a way for me to monitor chat from here. Just smaller bowls. These are fine. Like they work, but just a big bowl for a little simple task. Alright, so we're putting some olive oil in. Add some salt. Add some pepper. Give that a stir, a toss. Bam. Bell pepper's ready to go. And that's where this guy is going to come in now. So this is where, if we had one, we would put it on the grill top, right? We're getting ready to grill, friends are over, we're drinking some beers, we're ready to go. Unfortunately, I don't have a grill top, and it's kind of humid and wet outside today. So I don't even know if I would want to, if that was an opportunity. So we're just going to use our oven. So we're going to put these in there. And we're going to put bell peppers on the oven, on this cooking sheet as well. And that's going to go in the oven for about 12 minutes. I'm disappointed that my liquid has not started to boil a little bit. I might put my vegetables in there anyway. Clean off that. And that's a lot of this meal so far. I think that is the meal. Your preferred sweetener? Nope, we're not interested in adding sweetener to the pickles. Yeah, really the only thing after this is taking the bell peppers out once they're done roasted, cut them up on the cutting board again. A lot of this is go work with that avocado, which again, we're not working with that avocado. We got the pepitas already ready, so I can show mixing up the cabbage, the radish, and everything and getting that pickled and then covering it. And we're going to just do that right in the pot. So let's see, what else can we talk about then? I'm excited for my meals tomorrow. We'll talk about that a little bit. So Green Chef sends you 3 meals a week. And it's 3 meals based upon the diet that you kind of select. So for me, for example, I'm picking a keto diet because I want to go low carb, low sugar, really try to eat a little bit healthier. And it recommends 5 to 6 recipes a week that are keto based, and it picks ones automatically for you. So if you ever forget to check the website to pick your meals, it's fine. You're going to get your 3 keto meals, so you don't have to worry about it. To be honest though, I check my menu recipe options almost daily. Not daily, I do it at least weekly. Because I'm excited about what I'm getting coming in. And I can pick my meals 5 weeks out, so I know what's coming up. And I can even skip weeks. Like if I know, yeah, this week I'm going to be traveling, so I'm not going to have time in order to really cook, I can skip that week and then not worry about it and not interrupt my other deliveries. So we got some kidney and chicken curry that I'm really excited to cook. That's going to be tomorrow. Like guaranteed tomorrow. I promise you guys that I'm going to do that tomorrow. Southwest beef enchilada casserole. That also looks really, really good. I'm excited about that. That's probably going to be Tuesday. And then I got some more pork chops. This is going to be lemon herb pesto. That's probably going to be Thursday. That's kind of my plan this week as far as the Liberty streams. And then with the Liberty streams, we're still playing a lot of Final Fantasy 15. That's going to be come up. Yeah, and Final Fantasy 15 is going to be a longer game, so I think it's going to be a long play. But we're going to make sure we get as many achievements as we can in it, finish the story. We're going for 100% on that. I don't know if we're going to be able to get there, but we'll at least try. And then one of the optional dungeons I'm also going to go in and do as well. Because I got Omnicron V2. I don't know if he's in the chat today, but he challenged me to do one of the end dungeons. And if I did one of the end dungeons, he will donate $30 to a charity of my choice. Which, of course, we donate to Extra Life here on Delivery Stream. Yeah, so I was like, cool, I'll definitely do that. So, because I really like the gameplay. So, we'll just see how much I want to do after the post-game credits. And maybe I get tired of the game. Hopefully not, but... Okay, so now my water is boiling. And now with the water boiling, that's when we're going to add the radishes to it. And our cabbage. Which again, it seems weird because I only needed to add a little bit of water. It's not really covering it. But we're going to give that a quick toss, quick stir. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yep. I'm going to give that a stir with a spoon, just in case. And then we cover. And that's going to sit there for about 10 minutes. So whenever my pork chops are done, that'll be when we have some cabbage and radish in order that we've done pickled. Hello, Troy. How are you? How are you? Are you doing okay? Are you looking for scraps? Looks like you're looking for scraps. Troy is my Shiba Inu for people who don't know. We can show him off. Troy, hello. How are you? Say hello to people. Come on. Oh, no, he's running away. He got tired of that. He doesn't like a hardwood floor anyway, so that kind of makes sense to me. So let's see, what else do we got? This is normally also whenever I'm doing my dishes. So, kind of my tip at home for people. Number one thing I hear from a lot is, man, I like the idea of cooking, but I don't want to cook because it's a lot of work to clean up. And they're thinking about all the dishes that they have to clean, all the pans and pots and all that kind of stuff. And I get it. Because especially when you're first starting cooking, it's a lot of wasted energy where you're using a different pan, maybe you're using the wrong pan, so you gotta transfer everything over. Your mise en place, which I'll talk about here in a minute, is not really a strong foundation in your cooking style yet. So what I do in order to kind of help with that burden that I have in the back of my mind about cooking is I do a lot of my dishes early. So like right now, I would be over my sink, cleaning my dishes, emptying my dishwasher, putting those already in, and then I'm already doing half of the work that I was going to do. But I don't want to do dishes in front of you guys on stream, so that doesn't make any sense to me. That's just an adjustment in my lifestyle that I've been making with cooking, and yeah, go from there. So I'm gonna grab some water. All right. So just something cool about Green Chef as well is they give you gifts every once in a while. The gifts that I have received this week is this alkaline spring water from Flow, and then it has some flavors to it. This is blackberry hibiscus flavored water. So I don't know what hibiscus tastes like. I know what blackberry tastes like. Let's see. Why Flow? Natural alkaline, sourced from our artesian spring. Flow naturally collects electrolytes and essential minerals, giving it an alkaline pH of 8.1. Okay. Blackberry hibiscus, no sugar, no juice, no calories, no preservatives, no GMOs. Yes, this is a very Daniel Bryan-esque water. Yeah, so Green Chef will send you these kind of gifts every once in a while, so they're kind of cross-promoting a little bit to try something new. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so it tastes like water. It's definitely water. Doesn't have a lot of strong flavors one way or another, but there's that little hint of the flavors that you're kind of talking about. So with this is that blackberry flavor. That blackberry flavor is definitely in the back of your mouth. So yeah, it's there. It's good. It's good. I like it. Quenches your thirst. That's kind of what the purpose is, right? If you are interested in trying Green Chef out, you can do !Green Chef, and that should allow my chatbot to give you a link. Use the link, you're going to get some meals for free. I think the only thing you have to pay for your first week is $20, which is, you get 4 of your meals for free, so you got to pay for 2. And then you got to pay for shipping as well. So it's definitely worth trying out. And then go in there, order a box, skip the second week because you're not sure if you're going to like it or not. And then if you decide you don't like it, make sure you go in and cancel your subscription. If you really like it, keep going, right? There's some other alternatives out there. I used HelloFresh. That's kind of my first meal box service. I like HelloFresh, but they were super carb heavy. Like it was a standard every week that I was getting 3 meals of mashed potatoes or 2 meals of mashed potatoes and 1 meal of white rice, which is good if you don't have really a diet that you're kind of keeping hold of. But for me, with my keto, it wasn't working out. So Green Chef was kind of my answer to that. It's a little bit more expensive, unfortunately. Got to pay for shipping, which is really what I'm more mad at. But so far, the meals have been great. And I save my meals too. Let me show you guys. Yeah, so I save all my meals. So they're just like kind of ready to go. I even saved my HelloFresh meals too. I think I got some of those running around here. But yeah, basically my next plan is really to make a binder that has all of those kind of saved in there, and that way I can start making my own little cookbook. I'll probably need to go through and filter them first and take out the ones that I'm least interested in, and then after the ones I'm least interested in, go through and do another thing. So, hey Castian, how are you doing, man? I'm glad you could join us. We are waiting for my pork chops and my green bell peppers to get out of an oven. And then once they're out of the oven, we'll chop up the green peppers and should be able to get to go. Should have read my recipe before I decided to stream that, but yeah, how you doing? How long do we got on this? Oh, we got a minute, so let me go get my glove. For about 30 minutes of just eating and watching a show. Nice, yeah. Yeah, it's not as exciting as a show as normally what I've done. I think my last couple of episodes, I'm going to call them episodes, have been really good. This one, because it's a lot of oven cooking, it's been meh, so. But we're going to fix that next time. That Kenyan curry chicken, I'm excited about. Can't wait for that Kenyan curry. All right. So we're taking them out of the oven. Ta-da. They look good. They look tasteful. I am going to keep them to the side for a moment. Really what I wanted to do, get these bell peppers off. Ta-da. That way I can start looking at them. I kept my oven on. I want to make sure that my pork chops are cooked. So if I start slicing into one of them and I notice that the pork chops are a little bit more undercooked, then I can just put them right back in the oven and give them a couple more minutes. So I think they're going to be fine, but we're going to go from there. Am I going to be around for the cooking stream on Tuesday? I think so. I know I plan on doing one myself, but yeah, I should be able to join in for that. All right, so I got my roasted bell peppers. That's warm. So we're going to just take our time here. Dice them in little quarters. If these are too hot to handle whenever you're doing it, just take your time. Go drink some more water. You don't want to rush chopping. If you need to cut things quickly or in a hurry, then you should probably be using a food processor. And use food processors the right way, guys. Don't go in and try to like circumvent your food processor. They're designed for your safety. They're designed with mechanisms to make sure you don't turn it on while your finger's in there. So if you don't have a food processor with stuff like that, then I recommend getting a new food processor. Boom. Diced bell peppers. It should be fun. I don't want to give too much away, but oh, they're having a special guest on? Nice. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to join that. All right. So I'm going to put this to the side a moment. And now we're going to go get another cutting board. And let's see how we did for my pork chops. They look good on the outside. Take that center cut. Yeah, look at that. That's good. Real good. That's a winner. Probably could use a little bit more salt, to be perfectly honest. I think I went a little bit light on there, but cumin's good flavor, black pepper's good flavor. That's a good meal. Go back to working. All right. Yeah, we're almost wrapped up here. And then I'm going to eat some dinner, and then I'm probably going to go and jump into Final Fantasy 15. Just me making sure there's nothing else I need to do. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, so let's go get a plate. Let's see, how do they want me to plate this up? Yep, okay. Finish cutting up a pork chop, which I think actually with that chimichurri, it's going to be really good. Alright, so that's all cut up. Alright, so we have my chimichurri sauce. We're going to put that down. Back the camera up a little bit. Boom. Alright. Chimichurri sauce down. And we're going to put the pork chops right on top. Boom, boom, boom. My cabbage and radish, which I don't know how this turned out. This is actually the part of the meal I'm afraid of. Put right there. Green bell peppers right next to it. Clean it up. And voila. Grilled pork chops with a chimichurri, green bell peppers, red cabbage, and radish. And that is the meal. And I want to go get a fork. What I want to try. Oh, hold on. I forgot something. Sprinkle my pepitas on there. Boom. And while that's being shown, I'm going to grab some red cabbage and rice right from the pan. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, that's good. Those bell peppers are good. Probably need a little, probably salt and pepper on the bell. Salt and pepper on the bell pepper. Alright, but that's the stream for now. Afterwards, I'm going to end the stream here, go eat some dinner, and then we're going to come back live with some Final Fantasy 15. And then tomorrow, we're going to do the Kenyan chicken curry. So, yeah. So, thank you everybody for joining me. Much appreciated. Thank you, Cassian88, for jumping in there on chat. Let me know about the cooking stream on Tuesday. Thank you, Anthony303, for the lurk. Much appreciated as well. Thank you to everybody that's hanging out with me today. Again, feedback is appreciated. So if you have thoughts, suggestions, ideas, let me know. Just send them my way through direct message. And I'll catch you guys next time. All right. Thank you guys again. Bye.